It's about how one single habit, just waking up at 5 a.m., completely changed a man's life. And I mean completely, in just 90 days. It's a pretty incredible story about how a tiny change can have this massive ripple effect, and it all starts with a guy who felt like he had absolutely nothing.
Let me introduce you to Thomas. He's 32 years old, and when our story begins, he's got no money, no real future to speak of, and maybe worst of all, he's lost all hope. He was, to put it simply, stuck. Really, truly stuck.
And this wasn't just, a bad mood or a tough week. This was his everyday reality. He felt like he was in a prison, and the walls were built out of his own circumstances.
So the big question is, how did he pull it off? What was this secret that took him from feeling completely hopeless to building a brand new life in just 3 months? The answer? Well, it might just be the thing you've been looking for too.
Now, to really understand this transformation, we have to see where he started. And Thomas, well, he was living what you could only call a life lived backwards.
So here's what that looked like. He worked as a night guard from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. His paycheck was barely enough to get by. His home was basically just a mattress on the floor. Think about it. He slept while the rest of the world worked, and he worked while everyone else slept. He was completely out of sync with life itself. And that was a question that just ate away at him. Every single morning, he'd walk home, seeing families having breakfast, people heading off to their day jobs. And he just felt invisible. The guy wasn't lazy. He worked hard every night. But all that effort wasn't moving him forward 1 inch. And that was the soul-crushing part.
And then, rock bottom hit. It came in the form of a phone call. His mother had collapsed. He rushed to the hospital and found out she needed rest, better food, medicine, things they just couldn't afford. And that feeling, that absolute helplessness of not being able to take care of the person who gave you life, that's what finally broke him.
On the bus ride back from the hospital, something inside him just snapped. He was filled with this new kind of angry determination. And that's when his journey really started. At 6 a.m. on a nearly empty bus, he spots this well-dressed, successful-looking businessman named Mr. Chun. So Thomas, he digs deep, finds every last bit of courage he has, and asks a question that would change his life forever.
And this was the secret Mr. Chun gave him. He said that the 2-hour window between 5 and 7 a.m., while literally everyone else is sleeping, that's your time. That's when you can build the life you actually want. The world is quiet, your mind is clear, and your willpower, it's at its absolute peak.
Let's just do some quick math on this magic. Waking up 2 hours earlier every day gives you 730 extra hours a year. Mr. Chun put it perfectly. That's like getting 3 extra months of super focused, productive time that most people just sleep through. It's a game changer.
But look, it's not just about waking up. You gotta have a system, and the system was beautifully simple. The first hour, from 5 to 6, was non-negotiable. You learn a skill, something that can directly make you more money. Then, the second hour, 6 to 7, that's for you. 30 minutes to move your body, 30 minutes to feed your mind.
And to make it all stick, there were 3 rules. You couldn't break them. Rule 1, 5 a.m. is not a suggestion. It's a hard commitment. Every single day. Rule 2, you can't cheat sleep. If you're up at 5 a.m., you gotta be in bed by 9 p.m. And rule 3, maybe the most important, the first few weeks are gonna be brutal, but you have to push through for 90 days. That's how long it takes for the habit to become who you are.
So Mr. Chun laid it out. Do this for 3 months. Don't quit. And if you make it, I'll help you. For the first time in what felt like forever, Thomas had a mission. He took the challenge.
Now this 90-day journey was, it was a gauntlet. The first week was just pure agony. His body ached, his brain was screaming for sleep, but he remembered his mom, he remembered his promise. Then around day 21, something crazy happened. He started waking up on his own, right before the alarm. The habit was taking root. And then on day 87, the breakthrough, an offer for an office job. By day 90, it wasn't a chore anymore. It was just him. It was his new identity.
So what was this life-changing skill he was learning in that first hour? Was it some complex coding language? Nope. He chose something every single business needs, accounting and Excel. And you know how he learned it? Free tutorials on YouTube. He used what he learned to build an inventory spreadsheet for his warehouse, and guess what? Management noticed.
That decision, that one commitment to winning the morning, it didn't just change his schedule. It changed his entire life's trajectory.
I mean, just look at this transformation. He went from a hopeless night guard, literally living backwards, to a confident lead accountant building a future. The change wasn't just on the outside. He became disciplined, purposeful. And a year later, he moved his mom to the city so she could finally get the medical care she needed.
And this is the real nugget of wisdom he learned. His new coworkers would ask him, "Thomas, why do you still get up at 5 a.m.? You made it." But he understood what they didn't. Success isn't some finish line you cross one day. It's the practice. It's what you do every single day that matters.
Okay, so that's Thomas's story. It's incredible, right? But let's turn this around, because what he did, it's not just an inspiring tale. It's a blueprint. It's a blueprint for you.
Here's the key takeaway, the one thing I want you to remember. Your life can absolutely change, and it can start tomorrow morning. It's not about being lucky or having some special talent. It's about how you use those quiet, focused hours when no one else is bothering you.
So here is your challenge. It's the same one Mr. Chun gave Thomas. Step 1. Tonight, set your alarm for 5 a.m. And do yourself a favor, put it all the way across the room so you have to get up. Step 2. Choose one skill, just one, and commit to learning it for the next 90 days. And Step 3. Cut out the wasted evenings. Stop the endless scrolling. Protect your sleep so you can win your morning. Thomas started with nothing but a choice. You probably have way more than he did. You have access to all the information in the world. The only real question left is, what are you going to do with it? The person you want to become is waiting for you. They're on the other side of that 5 a.m. alarm. Will you be awake to meet them?